Hey gang, in today's training, I'm gonna help you pass the A plus. If you've never done training with me before, we're gonna go over core 1 and core 2, and we'll go through some practice questions. I'm gonna break down the question for you, give you some time to figure out what you think the answer is, and then actually explain what the answer is and why it is that answer. Y'all ready? I don't want to waste any of y'all valuable time, so let's get straight to it. So just quick little intro about me and why you should trust me. So I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, and I help people just like you pass A plus and get amazing tech careers. I've been doing this for almost 2 decades. I got a bunch of technical certifications. I got an MBA in this stuff, and I've helped over 15,000 people just like you. If you're interested in joining our program, the Zero to IT Pro or the Zero to IT Hero program, the link in the description is there for you to join. So like I said, I don't like wasting time, so let's get straight to it. So before I start, before I start, I just want to thank all of the current members of the Zero to IT Pro and the Zero to IT Hero program and all the future students. And also, I want to thank each and every one of the YouTube channel members. So why should you join the channel membership? Because you get access to about 50 videos and all of our previous live sessions. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, and want me to actually reply to you, you have to be a channel member. So the A plus, right? The A plus is usually the first certification that people that are looking at IT is usually the first certification that they go after. So it's for aspiring IT professionals that don't have any technical experience per se, people that's looking to get into help desk, desktop support, and people that are just changing careers and looking to enter the tech field. Also, people that are recent graduates and are pursuing a role in technical support or IT operations. Now, for the A plus, you don't have to have any previous experience. You don't have to have any previous knowledge. A lot of my students have zero technical experience, and they pass the A plus in about 30 days. How long it's going to take you, I'm not sure, but that's how long it takes my guys and my girls. Now, CompTIA recommends that you have at least 9 to 12 months of hands-on IT experience, or that you've completed the IT fundamentals course. Now, I have a full IT fundamentals course right here on this channel. I have about 4 of them, right? And that'll get you ready to pass IT fundamentals, or at least give you the fundamentals that are a prerequisite according to CompTIA, okay? And also just a basic understanding of a computer hardware, operating systems, navigation, and computer concepts is helpful. All right, so once we go through the question, like I said, I'll read the question out, give you some time to figure out what you think what the answer is, and then I'll explain what the answer is and why it is that answer. Now, for the A plus, if this is your first time ever hearing about it, it is a little bit different than a lot of other exams because it's a 2-part exam. You have to pass core 1 and core 2. It's been a 2-part exam for as long as I've been in tech, and for the foreseeable future, it's going to be a 2-part exam. So if you pass one and don't pass the other, you do not have A plus. All right. So just understand that you have to have both parts. Now, what is the dumbest thing you can do? The dumbest thing you can do, and almost certainly a recipe for disaster and for you not to be successful, is to study for both parts at the same time, right? So just make sure that you're studying for one part, make sure it's the most up-to-date training and material, and then go for that one, whether it's core 1 or core 2. Next up, the passing score. So you need 675 out of 900 for core 1, and you need a 700 out of 900 for a core 2. Now you can take this exam whether in person or online, as long as you got an internet connection. Here is the first question. If you have not done so, make sure you like this video and share it with anybody who is looking to take the A plus. A user reports that their laptop intermittently shuts down without warning, even when the battery appears charged. You observe the device in use and notice it becomes unusually hot during standard operations. After removing the bottom panel, you find a thick layer of dust covering the cooling fan and heatsink. No error codes are displayed, and the shutdowns are random but frequent. What is the most likely cause of this issue? Three, two, one. Now, this was a pretty simple one. You guys should have got this pretty easily. So overheating due to poor ventilation, dust buildup on the cooling components prevents proper airflow, causing the CPU or GPU to overheat. Modern laptops include thermal shutdown mechanisms to prevent permanent damage. These shutdowns may appear random if triggered by temperature spikes. You're configuring a Windows 10 desktop for a finance department user who must connect to a secure corporate network. The user needs access to shared drives and resources that require encryption at the connection level. The user travels frequently and will access the network remotely. What is the most appropriate solution to ensure secure access? Three, two, one. So the most secure way to access this stuff is to use a VPN, right? So VPNs, a virtual private network. That's another thing. Acronyms, make sure that you guys know what acronyms stand for. Make sure that you are fully comfortable with acronyms, right? So there's going to be a lot of acronyms, literally hundreds of acronyms on the exam. So just make sure that you are careful with that. All right. So L2TP with IPsec provides secure tunneling and strong encryption for remote access. It allows users to connect to internal network resources as if they were on site. Simply enabling SMB over the internet is a security risk. Remote desktop without proper security settings can expose the system to attacks. Static IPs don't address encryption needs. Turn this humidifier down. So. All right, next up. An end user reports that their monitor suddenly displays no signal, even though the desktop is powered on and fans are spinning. You confirm the video cable is securely connected and try another monitor, but it also shows no signal. You swap out the video cable and still receive the same error. What is the most probable issue? So that's another thing on the actual exam. You want to kind of look at most likely, most probable, least likely, first thing to do, last thing. Make sure that you pay attention to those key phrases, right? So on the actual exam, my guys and my girls, I tell them 60 seconds, 60 seconds at most, and you should be able to read the question and get the answer. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Malfunctioning graphics card. If the system powers on but doesn't output video and other peripherals are ruled out, the graphics card is the likely culprit. No signal on multiple monitors and cable points to a failure in the video output component. RAM issues typically trigger beeps or boot errors. A disconnected drive affects operating system loading, not video output. A PSU failure would prevent any power up at all. A technician is replacing a standard hard disk drive with an NVMe solid state drive in a modern laptop. After physically installing the drive, they find that the BIOS does not recognize it. The laptop supports M.2 drives and the SSD is seated correctly. What is the most likely reason the NVMe drive is not detected? Three, two, one. So most likely, NVMe is unsupported in legacy boot mode. SSDs require UEFI boot mode to be properly recognized during startup. Legacy BIOS, also known as CSM, does not support devices for boot. The drive does not need formatting to be detected by the BIOS. Power is provided through the M.2 slot, and SATA compatibility would be a different physical connector or protocol mismatch. You are helping a user who is experiencing frequent application crashes after installing a new printer driver after rolling back the driver. The issue stops. However, the user insists on using the latest driver for additional features. You need to install the updated driver without crashing the system. What should you do first? Make sure you guys stay around to the end of the video. At the end of the video, I actually give you guys access to a free training that shows you, it's about a 15-minute training that actually shows you exactly how to pass this certification, pass Network Plus and Security Plus, which are basically the three most popular certifications in the industry, in 90 days and get a job, right? So it's free training. If it looks good to you, you can watch that training. And then after the training is done, you'll have the option and the opportunity, I should say, to join our program to do that even quicker. So you should have enough time to think about that. 3, 2, 1. All right, check Event Viewer for driver conflict errors. Event Viewer can provide detailed logs without the source of system instability. It helps determine if the driver conflicts with another service, application, or hardware component. Compatibility mode or admin rights won't resolve deeper system conflicts. Disabling antivirus is risky and doesn't address root causes. Even though it sounds like I'm about to have a damn seizure when I'm reading these questions, I made these questions. If you were asking, okay, where do you get these questions from? And if you want questions just like this, if you need more practice questions, more practice tests, we have a bunch of videos on the channel that go to A+, Net+, Security+, CISSP, PMP, every damn certification you can think of. And then if you need even more assistance than that, we have a practice test vault with over 4,000 questions that you can use at any time. If you want access to that, just click the link in the description and you can get access to that. All right, so we're about 5 questions in. In the comments, let me know. Are you excited about taking A+? When are you taking A+? Did you know about A+ before you saw this video? And kind of what's your end goal, right? Why are you getting A+? What is it going to do for you? And as far as getting A+, like what are you hoping happens? Okay, I get certified, and then what's going to happen for you? A user is unable to connect to any websites, but can ping public IP addresses like 8.8.8.8. The user is connected via Ethernet and has no proxy settings enabled. Other users on the same network have no issues. What is the most likely cause of the problem? What's the most likely cause? Three, 2, 1. So the most likely cause is a DNS server misconfiguration. So DNS. What does DNS stand for? Just talked about acronyms. Put it in the comments. What does DNS stand for? DNS, right? What does DNS stand for? Because not knowing what that stands for or not knowing what other acronyms stand for is going to make this exam so much harder than it needs to be. The ability to reach IP addresses but not domain name points to a DNS resolution issue. The device may be set to use a faulty or unreachable DNS server. A faulty cable would block all connectivity. The gateway is functioning since IP traffic works, and MAC filtering would prevent any connection at all. So MAC filtering is when you actually are filtering the physical devices, right? So it would actually look at the MAC address, which is the physical address of a device. And if that MAC address isn't on the list, it will get filtered out. A company has received multiple complaints about unattended laptops being accessed by unauthorized individuals in shared workspaces. You are asked to enhance endpoint security, especially in areas where users frequently leave their devices temporarily. The client does not want to hinder productivity or require users to log in manually every time they step away for a few minutes. However, there must be a way to ensure that systems auto-lock when idle. You need a solution that's both user-friendly and secure and easily applied across all company laptops. What is the best way to achieve this? Yep, that's right. Shit just got real. You was probably feeling real good. Oh yeah, I got this. No, I did that on purpose, right? So those first couple of questions were easy, get your confidence up. Now it's time for the real deal. So what do you think the answer to this question is? If this has been valuable to you, make sure that you like this video. And like I said, just leave a comment in the description. Just let me know why you taking A plus and when you plan on taking A plus. If you take an A plus, did you pass it? Did you fail it? Or are we working on core one or core two? And what you hoping that does for you. Another thing is all the questions on the exam are pretty much scenario based, right? So you may get a onesies and twosies that are like, what is this? What is that? But most of them are going to be similar to questions like this, where it's going to be a scenario, something happened, and you need to come out with the best solution to whatever that scenario is. 3, 2, 1. Set a short screen timeout with password protection. Setting a screen timeout with password protection ensures that after a brief period of inactivity, the laptop automatically locks and requires authentication to resume use. This approach improves security while maintaining a seamless user experience, especially when combined with fingerprint or facial recognition. A technician installs a new productivity application on a user Windows 11 laptop. Before we get any further, have we upgraded to Windows 11? And if you did, how is the experience? How are you liking it? I have not, and I don't think I am. But let me know. Or you guys, I know how to use it, all this type of shit. But have you upgraded to Windows 11? And if so, how do you like it? A technician installs a new productivity application on a user Windows 11 laptop. Shortly after installation, the system begins displaying a black screen after the Windows logo during boot. Although the fan and keyboard lights remain active, safe mode is accessible and no hardware issues are detected through built-in diagnostics. The user urgently needs their system restored without a full reinstall, and other applications must remain intact. What is the most efficient and safe step to begin troubleshooting this issue? Three, two, one. Run SFC and DISM from safe mode. So System File Checker and the Deployment Imaging Service and Management tool can be run from safe mode to scan for and repair corrupted or missing system files. Since the user can access safe mode, it suggests the core OS is intact, but a critical system component likely related to the display or application installation is causing instability in normal mode. These tools can fix the underlying problem without affecting personal files or installed applications. An employee attempts to print a document, but the output is filled with random characters and the symbols instead of the expected formatted content. The printer itself is working fine for all other users, and there's no error displayed on the printer's control panel. The document appears correctly on screen and the print job processes without errors in the queue. You try printing a different file from the workstation and the same issue occurs. Other users using the same printer and model have no issues. What is the most logical next step to fix the issue? Oh, I got some other awesome news as well. If you're a veteran, you can actually get our program, our training for free through the Army Cool program. So if you are an active veteran, you can go to your student advisor, your tuition advisor, your education counselor, and talk to them. And you can sign up for our A plus training, or network plus training, or security plus training, and get it paid possibly for free. As of right now, I know that they grant upwards to $2,000 to $4,000 for your training. So you can join a program for absolutely free, possibly, right? But just another two for you guys, and I'm happy to be a part of the Army Cool program and the Air Force Cool program. So, how are we doing? Are we ready? Did we make a decision? Let's go. 3, 2. Reinstall or update the printer driver on the user's machine. When garbled or unreadable characters are printed, it typically indicates a mismatch between the print job's formatting and the printer's interpreter, usually due to a corrupted or incorrect driver. Since other users can print correctly and the network and printer hardware appear functional, the issue is isolated to the specific user's computer. Updating or reinstalling the correct driver can restore compatibility and resolve formatting issues. You've been assigned to deploy 50 new Windows 11 desktops across an office building. Each workstation must include a specific configuration, a set of licensed applications, network drives, and company policies. The goal is to ensure that every system is identical in both function and security settings to reduce support issues and increase deployment speed. Additionally, the IT department prefers to perform deployments over the network rather than visiting each machine individually. What is the most efficient method to complete this task? Three, two, one. The most efficient. So the most efficient way would be to configure a master image and deploy it using pre-execution environment boot and network imaging tools. Creating a master image allows you to configure one fully functional system with all required applications, settings, and drivers. Once complete, that image can be deployed across the network using Pixie Boot, drastically reducing setup time and ensuring consistency. This process also minimizes human error and simplifies future updates. Before we go any further, I just want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, which is the Master I.T program, and more specifically, the Zero to IT Pro program, which is enrolling right now, which can help you pass certifications just like this in under 90 days. The Zero to IT Pro program includes IT fundamentals, A plus, Network plus, and Security plus. It's an awesome training program. It's all self-paced. It's 100% online. And if you click the link in the description, we actually go through some training that shows you how you can do it on your own. Or if you want our help, we got student testimonials, money back guarantee. The shit works. And if you want to use it, you can. All right. So let's get back to the training. A user reports their wireless mouse often becomes unresponsive, especially when they're using it near other wireless devices like Bluetooth speakers and wireless headphones. The mouse operates using 2.4 gigahertz USB receiver, and you confirm that the battery is fully charged and USB port is functional. The mouse works fine when used in a different room. What's the most probable cause of this issue? And if you have not liked this video, shame on you. I'm doing this shit on a Saturday, taking time away from my family to help your funky ass. So make sure you like this video, or now you're gonna have 1,000 years of bad luck. You ready? 3, 2, 1. So, electromagnetic interference in the current environment. Wireless mouse using the 2.4 gigahertz band are vulnerable to signal interference from other devices operating on the same frequency, such as Bluetooth peripherals, microwaves, or wireless speakers. If the issue only occurs in a specific environment and resolves elsewhere, it strongly suggests interference rather than a hardware issue. A faulty dongle or driver will result in consistent location-independent failures. Mouse firmware issues are rare and unlikely to be resolved by changing rooms. Recommending a different frequency mouse or reducing nearby wireless congestion may help. The IT department of a mid-sized company wants to restrict users from accessing certain control panel settings on a Windows 10 machine, such as disabling network settings, modifying system updates, and uninstalling software. They need to implement these restrictions consistently across all domain joined devices. The solution must be scalable and centrally managed. What is the most appropriate method to achieve this? Three, two, one. Apply group policy objects from Active Directory. Group policy provides centralized control over user and computer settings in a Windows domain environment. IT administrators can use GPOs to restrict access to control items, enforce security policies, and prevent unauthorized changes. It ensures consistency and scalability without manual configuration of each endpoint. A technician is troubleshooting a user's complaint where the system consistently shows a spinning circle for several minutes after entering login credentials on a Windows 10 laptop. After delay, the desktop eventually appears and the system functions normally. No malware or hardware issues are found, and the system is connected to a fast SSD. Upon further investigation, Task Manager reveals that a large number of programs are launching at startup. What is the most likely cause and how should the issue be addressed? Also, let me know in the comments, is it a certain certification that you want me to make more content on, whether it's CompTIA, Cisco, because we got some CNA training as well on the channel. Basically, this is the spot. If you're looking to pass certification, I got certifications training for damn near every certification I can think of. If it's a certification that makes sense, I will do the training if it gets enough comments inside the comment section. 3, 2, 1. Too many startup applications are causing resource bottlenecks. An excessive number of applications launching at startup can delay the transition from the login screen to a usable desktop environment, even with a fast SSD. CPU and memory may be overwhelmed by simultaneous processes. Task Manager allows you to identify and disable non-essential startup items to improve performance. A corrupt user profile typically results in login failures or a temporary profile. SSD issues would show broader system errors. The boot manager handles pre-login processes, not delays after entering credentials. While upgrading a user's workstation, a technician installs additional RAM into a motherboard that already has two 8 gigabyte DDR modules. The new RAM modules are also 8 gigabytes each, but rated for 3200 megahertz. After installation, the system becomes unstable, displaying frequent blue screens under load. BIOS shows all memory is detected. What's the best next step to stabilize this system? 3, 2, 1. Manually set all RAM modules to run at 2400 megahertz in the BIOS. Mixing memory with different speeds can cause instability. Although the motherboard may recognize all modules, the system defaults to the slowest supported speed. Manually configuring the speed ensures all modules operate at consistent supported rate. Removing RAM reduces total capacity, and enabling XMP is intended for performance boosting and may worsen the issue when mixing speeds. BIOS reset doesn't enforce the necessary clock speed matching. This is your last opportunity to like the video. Your last opportunity. If you don't, it's just un-American. A nonprofit organization plans to donate old desktops, and shout out to the UK. Shout out I don't even know what that would be, but shout out to the UK. We actually have a large number of people in the UK. So shout out to the UK, the good USA, and wherever you are watching from. A nonprofit organization plans to donate old desktops, but the director is concerned about sensitive donor information stored on the devices. Simply deleting files or formatting the drives is not sufficient due to potential data recovery by third parties. The team wants to ensure that all data is completely unrecoverable before donation. Following best practices for secure disposal, what method should you recommend? Three, two, one. Use a certified data destruction tool to perform a multi-pass overwrite on all drives. Secure data destruction requires overwriting the contents of the drive multiple times to prevent recovery using forensic tools. This is the most reliable method for ensuring sensitive information is permanently erased. Simple deletion or formatting only removes file pointers, not the data itself. The diskpart clean command only clears partition data. It doesn't overwrite contents. Tools like DBAN or commercial grade data erasers comply with data sanitation standards like DoD or Department of Defense 5220. All right, gang, right now, you should be seeing some videos pop up about A+, about getting a job, all this type of stuff. You can click on one of the videos and it'll help you pass certs, get jobs, get prepared, so on and so forth. If you are looking to get any of these practice test questions, in the description. If you're looking to join our beginner course, in the description. If you're looking to join the Certs IT Pro program, in the description. Other than that, I'll see you in class.